So we're going to be moving on to Juz 21 today, so make sure to read this Juz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. So the 21st Juz begins at verse 46 of Surah Al-Ankabut, the spider, contains all of Surah Al-Rum, which is the Romans, Surah Luqman and Surah Al-Sajda, the prostration, and ends at verse 30 of Surah Al-Adab, the joint forces. As we progress into the final third of the Quran, the surahs do get shorter. The book of the Quran in this juz are Meccan surahs focused on the test of life, monotheism and Islamic character. Surah Al-Adab is the only Madaniyan surah in this juz. A theme that runs through Surah Al-Rum concerns proofs for the existence of Allah. Allah calls on us throughout this surah to reflect on a variety of things that we take for granted. These range from the universe to marriage, from human origins to the diversity of languages. In everything around us are signs of the existence of Allah. Surah Luqman focuses on the story of Luqman the wise and his advice to his son. Luqman was a wise man who was known to the Arabs. He was the subject of many of their anecdotes. In this surah, Allah reminds the Arabs that Luqman was also a monotheist and his advice to his son was the same as the message of Islam. The passage containing Luqman's advice to his son should be studied by every parent as a great example of what we must focus on when teaching our children Islam. Luqman taught his son monotheism, humility, prayer, patience and moderation. So I'm going to be reading out verse 12 to 19 of chapter 31. So, we endowed Luqman with wisdom. Give thanks to Allah. Whoever is appreciative for the benefit of his own soul, and whoever is unappreciative, Allah is sufficient and praiseworthy. When Luqman said to his son as he advised him, "O my son, do not associate anything with Allah, for idolatry is a terrible wrong. We have entrusted the human being with the care of his parents. His mother carried him through hardship upon hardship, weaning him in 2 years. So give thanks to me and your parents. To me is the destination. But if they strive to have you associate with me something of which you have no knowledge, do not obey them, but keep them company in this life in kindness and follow the path of him who turns to me. Then to me is your return, and I will inform you of what you used to do. O my son, even if you were the weight of a mustard seed in a rock or the heavens or on earth, Allah will bring it to light. Allah is kind and expert, O my son. Observe the prayer, advocate righteousness, forbid evil, and be patient over what has befallen you. These are the most honourable traits, and do not treat people with arrogance, nor walk proudly on earth. Allah does not love arrogant show-offs, and moderate your stride and lower your voice. The most repulsive of voices is the donkey's voice." And this was verse 12 to 19 of chapter 31 as I've mentioned. So now we're going to move on to Surah Al-Sajda, which is another strong reminder about the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which coincides with Tawheed and the signs of Allah that exist around us. Throughout this surah, Allah reminds us of the powerful proofs of His existence and calls on us to worship Him. The surah also includes another reminder that the believers will be tested and that those who reject the truth will cause them a lot of pain. It ends with a reminder that the ultimate victory is on the last day and the victory is for the believers. And they say, verse 28 to 30, "When is this victory if you are truthful? Say, on the day of victory, the faith of those who disbelieve will be of no avail to them, and they will not be granted respite. So turn away from them and wait. They too are waiting." So after these three short and powerful Meccan surahs, the next surah is slightly longer Madaniyan surah, Surah Al-Adab, which was revealed after the Battle of Azab, reflecting on lessons from the battle. A primary focus of this surah is the importance of obeying the messenger. There are several passages throughout this surah about the high status of the Prophet ﷺ and the importance of obeying him. So I'm going to leave you here. Fi manillah wa sallallahu wa baraka ala nabina Muhammad. Astaghfirullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.